How you guys doing? This is Hybridsteel. Welcome to Tech Store Simulator. This is the prologue, mainly because the game's not out yet. Seems to happen quite a lot at the moment. Some of the games I actually want to play and when I show off, they don't exist yet. But I'm assured that this one is on its way out at some point, according to Steam. So this game is set in bonny old London, as you can tell by the Union Jacks flying over the LBS bank and the post boxes, which I have no idea why there are two on the streets, but we'll be okay. And you can't be in the UK without our classic wrong sign and roundabout. Yay. Anyways, apart from that, we're all good. Basically, I've played this game for a little bit so I can get myself a bit of cash and show you the bits and pieces of this game and see where we go. This is my shop so far. I have $4,698, and I'm going to be honest, it's been a bit of a grind getting to this point, which it's been okay. It's the same as all the other supermarket simulator games. So if you've ever played one, guarantee you're going to play this one, you'll be alright. Well, I mean, if you've played supermarket sim games, you might not want to play this one. And I'd understand it. It's a little bit slow. So I'm going to buy some graphics. No, I'm going to buy some motherboards, some iPhones, power supplies, another power supply, some headphones, some keyboards, some mice, another mouse and another keyboard. Let's go full on budget. Oh no, we haven't got enough money. Right, cool. I need to get rid of some crappy stuff. So if I knock this out by, I need to get rid of $1,000 worth of stuff. If I get rid of the phone, we got 3,800. We're all good. We've got 848 quid and a pile of stuff. I'm not sure how big the pile of stuff can get. Now, much like every other supermarket game out there, the idea is to basically stock your shelves with whatever you want on the shelf and basically make people buy it. That's the whole game. Everyone knows this by now. We've played Supermarket Simulator. We've played various other games that are like this, so the formula is very sort of like spot on. I think we all know what we're doing by now. Now, unfortunately, and I will say this, unfortunately, this is just coming from my own personal experience in this sort of game. There are too many of them. And the reason why I say that is because, well, if you look at it, you've got supermarket sim, then you've got clothing sim, then you've got outlet sim, then you've got factory outlet sim where you print your own clothes, then you've got all these other sims and this other sim game that you're playing with in a shop where you've got to do this. There's a lot of shop simulation games, and unfortunately, I would say it's because of Supermarket Simulator we're seeing this funny weird trend of this sort of game. Now, I'm not throwing shade at the developer, he's just jumping on the trend like everybody else does, and it's all good. But the downside is when you've played this game for even just an hour, you kind of sit there and just go, well, I've already done all this. You know, I've got like vivid flashbacks of what I did in a previous game that basically does the same thing. So, make of that of what you will. Myself, it's not a bad game. It's not a great game, but it's not a bad game. If you've never done a Supermarket Simulator game in the past, then welcome to a Supermarket Simulator game. So you basically have to buy stock, and then you have to stock your shop, and then your shop gets bigger and better, and so on and so forth. Now, I've got a few other things to buy. I've got to buy the circuit shack. So this is like, that's a graphics card. That looks like a hard drive. That looks like another motherboard. Then we've got the Electro Empire, which is like just consoles, which is all right. It means we've got a couple of grand we need to spend, but we need to make that money as well. So, in order to open up my shop, I'm going to come over here, click the open button, and let people come into my store. Please, no, not the child. One thing I'm not sure why, there is this one child sprite walking around. Now, obviously, it's like it's an asset pack of like people, but that kid is way too young to be walking in here and buying something. Where did he get the money from? Apart from, actually, don't answer me that. I guarantee I know where he got the money from. He stole his mum's credit card and now he's gone shopping. That sounds like London. That sounds about what we're up to right now. But yeah, so basically the entire game, they've taken away the money counter. So if you ever play like some of the older Supermarket Simulator games, you can normally put in like a keypad or a credit card, and it gives that an extra bit of interaction. With this, you're literally just clicking the button on the actual products and then pushing spacebar and you're done. And that's the whole interaction with the customers. And unfortunately for me, that's a little bit sort of lacking on what I would expect from a game like this. So yeah, it's a little bit of a funny one. I mean, I don't mind it, but it's just, you sit there and just go, okay, What makes this game stand out above everything else? Now, the only reason why I would be more prone to buy this game over other supermarket simulator games is the fact it's tech, and I'm more into my tech than I am going grocery shopping. Honestly, I'm not too bad at grocery shopping. I don't mind it too much, but I do like tech more. What just happened? Well, we're selling out. It's good. We've got $3,814 left. Now, obviously, in the later game, when the game is actually here, available in full version, you can see all the other stuff that we're going to be able to buy in this game, which is all right. I just don't understand why there's so much emphasis on the actual surrounding area, because you can walk around the whole of the streets in this game and there's like nothing else to do. And I'm like, okay, cool, so why am I doing it? Now, I can understand building an atmosphere so people go, oh yeah, well, we've got to do this as well, we've got to make it a bit more sort of, you know, enclosed so you don't really question reality, but it is just a computer game. That kid's back. Get out of my store! But yeah, apart from that, the game itself is okay. It's very simple to pick up and play. Any person with half a brain can definitely play this game. Like, look at me. I've got about half a brain, roughly, working, I would say. But I can play the game quite happily. It's very sort of like mundane, but at the same time, it's one of those games where you would just sit down and go, right, well, I've got like 20 minutes until the wife gets ready and we're going to go out, sort of thing. I'll get myself a cup of tea. That's all good. I can sit down and play a game for a little bit, and then when she's ready, we're all good. I don't have to really think about this game. And the best part about this is as soon as you go into here and go main menu, the game auto saves anyway. So that's generally not a bad thing. Oh, we've run out of stock. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to close the shop. So the customers, they're all on their tracks. They're going to come in for a bit, walk out, and then they're not going to come back. So let me just show you around the rest of the game. We've got this shop here, which I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to build, like, well, buy wholesale. Maybe stuff that we're going to be able to do, okay? Or this might be a shop that we get on a bit later on. I don't know. Everything else seems a little bit assety, where basically you can't buy anything else. So we've got the shoe shop up there. We've got the shoe shop there. We've got this undead place. We've got this exile one or XL one. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that's basically the entirety of the game, where they've built this little atmosphere and it looks okay. To put it into perspective as well, in London, we don't have these anymore because people keep smashing the glass and they're outdated. But you can buy them as ornaments now, apparently. I mean, if you go to like scrapyard, well, not so much scrapyards, like reclamation yards, they have phone boxes. You can buy one. It's a garden ornament. All right, so you have got this other thing called a lottery, which isn't necessarily too bad. So what you do is you come over here, you put your bet in, and then you push play. And I don't know what's going on. Hey, we won $200. Oh, hey, we won $200. So as you can see, you might win the lottery. Hey, we won $500. And there you go. So you can win the lottery, sort of, by playing this game. Now, obviously, in the full version, we're looking at we can do promotion, we can do other, and we can do employees. So much like all the other supermarket games, you can buy employees to make your life easier. If you want to crack the whip, sit at the back and basically drink a martini, the game lets you do that. I'm hoping, at least. And if we go into management, obviously we can buy this contract for Circuit Shack, and we can buy this contract. We got Nirvana as well. That's going to be an expensive one. And then we've got the Geek Goldmine. Now, I don't know if this is all of the contracts you can buy in the game, obviously, because this is just a demo, you know. But it does say we can do promotion and customization and stuff like that, which is good. So there may be these other options that we can do in the game. I don't know. I'm sort of guessing at this point, and the reason why I'm guessing is because, well, I have to. If I don't guess, then I'm like, so what's the point? I have to try and estimate what could be in the game, because people ask me strange questions about what could be in the game. How am I supposed to know? Alright, so that's 4,200. Let's buy the titanium 650. Let's buy all that. Let's chuck it on the shelf. Now, I ain't got a clue what all this is actually going to be worth. You can change the prices. So if I open this up, what I'll do is we'll chuck this on the shelf. Okie dokie. Now we're going to open up the shop. Open says me. And there we go. Now we're just going to wait until this stuff sells. Now, as this is the most expensive stuff that we actually got, what you do is you go into manager and then you go into product pricing, and you can change the price of these things. But when it says recommended price 164, you may as well just keep to what the game tells you, unless you want to round it up to like 170, and then you can do what you like. If you want to make lots and lots of money without people moaning at you, you try and find that middle ground. If you just want to make money and not have people moan at you at all, keep it the recommended price and just sell lots more stuff. It's that simple. Not bad. $2.5 grand in just literally 30 seconds. That woman just bought 2 motherboards. I didn't even realise I had the other motherboard for sale. Fair enough. Kid, you're too young. Oh, I have got it. I didn't realise. One more shelf of stuff. Apparently that kid's going to tell his friends about my store. As long as they're all stealing their parents' credit cards, I'm probably okay with that in this game. Obviously not in real life. Don't get your parents' credit card now. Don't go shopping with it. It'll cause too many problems. It's a bit like all you kids that buy like stuff on Fortnite and then you realise it's your dad's account and then you're grounded for 6 months. Don't do it. It's very simple. I've seen it happen. Well, me personally, I haven't seen it happen, but yeah, that's why there's a warning in my description box. I don't want to deal with that. I don't give refunds. Right. Cool. Anyway, shop. Now we've got all this cool stuff. So we got $6,000. Fantastic. So I'm going to buy another load, another load, another load, another load. Scroll it up. We're going to buy... Actually, what have I just bought? I don't know what I've bought. I've just bought stuff. Okay, we're up to the titaniums. Right. So that's 5,600. So that's those two we've got. Let's buy the set of headphones. And I think... Oh no. I think I just bought the headphones as well. You know what? We can get rid of those. Yeah. Bang on. 6,150. I have no money left. That's a big pile of stuff. Timber! So before I open my shop, I want to see what I can charge on prices. See if we can take the mick or not. Now, most of the time, I would just... If I was going to play this properly, I'd probably just leave the prices where they are. I'd just do an extra couple of trading days, so I don't have to just mess around too much. And you know what? The life would just be simpler. I don't have to worry too much then. But I want to see where I can take the mick. I want to see what's the threshold. Because if there is no threshold, then you can do what you like. And that's a powerful thing in a game like this. You could almost pay off your mortgage in just one fell sweep of delivery. We shall see. Now, the only downside is if I do charge too much, I'm going to get negative reviews. And that's going to suck. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to go into one thing and I'm just going to charge an upper price for one item. So let's go into product pricing. Let's go to the bottom. And I'm going to change the price of this graphics card to $300. Oh wow, that's a lot of money. $300. But because this is in the UK, that should be £300. Oh yes. And if it's not £300, that means this game's a little bit skewed. But there we go. Joys of having a game based in London with a currency of dollars, or dollary-doos as I like to call them, because it's not real money. Oh yes. You cannot afford it. Well, that's not my fault. Actually, saying that, it is my fault because I upped the price. Okay, so we're going to go into management and we're going to go to product pricing. And so this was $240. Yeah, $245. Cool. Yeah, we'll keep it that. There we go. Hi. Buy stuff. Buy stuff. It's all good. Oh yes. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you very much, sir. Most appreciated. But yeah, that's basically this whole game. Now, like I was saying at the beginning of this video, the problem with this sort of game is there's quite a lot of them. And I suppose it comes down to your tolerance. Do you want to keep playing games like this? Or do you just want to pick up one of them and be like, you know what? It'll be good for 10-15 minutes worth of play. Now, I've been playing this game for around an hour and a half-ish, maybe 2 hours at best, right? And once you've played a game like this for a couple of hours, there's nothing really new that happens. And that's the unfortunate side of games like this. They all follow the same sort of thing. They all follow the same sort of like asset machine, and then they all sort of feel the same. That's the main issue that I'm having with this. Now, I'm trying not to take away from the developer because the developer built this game, albeit I don't know if it was done with an asset setup, I don't know if it was done with like this, that and the other, and I'm not really worried about it too much. But when you've got like lots and lots of these games all doing the same thing, you do have to sit back and question why are they so popular. And it all comes down to Supermarket Sim. Now, Supermarket Simulator was a freak of nature. 1 or 2 people played it, and then all of a sudden the internet had a field day. For like a week and a half, everybody wanted to work in retail for some obscure reason. I hated my time in retail, and I've got horror stories of like my, just life in that job. But for some obscure reason, the world were playing Supermarket Sim, which has got it into the heads of a lot of like indie developers now that they have to build the next supermarket game. Unfortunately, I feel that we're in a sort of trap right now where this is happening quite a lot. And to put this into perspective, in a day or two, when another video comes out on this channel, it will be another Supermarket Simulator style game, because they're that popular. There's lots of them coming out. There's lots of them coming out. But there we go. We've almost finished like stacking the shelf out. I think we got one more left. Come on, buy whatever that is. Yeah, there we go. Well done, lady. We'll sell this off, and then I think I'm done. Thank you very much, lady. Have a great day. Right. So, my final thoughts on this is, if you don't mind playing this sort of game where there's not a massive amount of gameplay, but it's very easy to pick up and play, then go ahead and pick this up and be happy. But from my point of view, because I've played a lot of these supermarket style games, and I know there's more coming down the pipe, I don't really feel the urge to basically go out and buy this one specifically. But for all those people out there who have never played one of these games, this might just be that one that gets you into this sort of weird little niche that you might enjoy. From my point of view, I feel there's too much, but we'll go from there. It's fine. It's not a bad little demo. It does show the ins and outs of the games. I'm pretty sure you can expand the story a little bit later on as well, and there is a way of decorating the bits and pieces. But apart from that, I feel that it's around about the same as all the others. So, you go and check this one out for yourself if you want. It's on Steam now. It's called Tech Store Simulator Prologue. Go and check it out and be happy with yourself. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to be as honest as I can with you without ranting and raving and turning into a weird loony bin. And at the end of the day, I've already had to scrap a video because I just turned it into a rant video, because this sort of game, there's loads of them. They're like 10 a penny nowadays, unfortunately. So, until my next video, live stream, or whatever else I do on this channel, hopefully you'll come back and check out another one. If you have, hit down in the description box. Let me know what you think of this one. But do you think that there are too many of these like supermarket-y games now where everything's basically the same? Until then, peace out, have fun, enjoy everything you guys do. Boom! Fist bump to you.